we made a list. We made a list, and I'm so excited to talk about this list. It's been a while since you boys have been on a list. There's a comic. This comic's name is Neruda Williams. If you've never heard of him, that's okay. You're in the majority. He made a list on Facebook. He's a local New York Harlem comic. Is that what you said? New York comic?
Yeah, I guess he runs some comedy festival in Harlem, which isn't
Does
even
he
Harlem
now?
anymore. It's called Clinton Heights, so you don't even have that anymore.
He's Neruda Williams, and this is a list, and as you can see from the bottom of the list here, he writes all racist in the comedy community. So these are all racist in the comedy community, just so you can see it. I think it would be, should we read some of the racists in the comedy community?
Sure.
Okay, well, this one pisses me off, but number one is Mike Shealy.
Hey! Beer, beer, beer! Da-da-da-da-da-da. I'd like to thank, first of all, my co-host Royce Lopez. Without, our teamwork, this wouldn't have been possible. Just the entire crew, all of our mods and everybody. This really means a lot, folks. Just to be recognized by my peers means so much. Thank you, guys.
You have to say this is heavier
also
than I
want to
thought.
thank the directors, and I guess my wife. I don't know. I'll see you guys later. Thank you. See you at the after party. I'm gonna go do some coke with Jared Leto now.
Second, Christy Monroe. Third, me.
Hey, there you go. Huh? Nice. Top three. Top three. We got two of the top three spots, baby. Up and coming, son.
Hell yeah. Look at that. And
Man, I bet Louis J. Gomez was so mad when he got on that list.
he's not. He didn't make the list.
Oh, boy.
Neither did,
boy.
bizarrely, Michael Richards.
Yeah, because they ran him out.
You're right. So, continuing, Julian Saul, Ari, I don't know, some of these I know, some I don't.
I can flash through, read them and just read the ones you might know of. Scott Vogel,
I know Scott
of
Vogel.
from a lot of the Fight Club stuff. Barry Ribs, I know of him. Which, by the way, Barry Ribs is this old, white Jewish guy that basically only does New York Comedy Club, which New York Comedy Club is a black comedy club. Barry Ribs is a regular at a black comedy club. So I thought that was a funny one.
Josh Denny made
Josh
it.
Denny from you may know from the Red Bar Fools Guild.
Bob Levy.
Bob Levy. Hey, Bobby. Good to see you, bud. Joe Maffa. I know him. He's from Long Island.
Nick DiPaolo made it.
Nick DiPaolo. Nicole Arbor.
Cole Arbor,
Our
man.
buddy.
She's a comic.
Kevin Brennan.
Kevin Brennan?
First of all, I'm not even racist, okay? I fucking hate everybody. I just hate Bill Schultz. He's doing coke out in Sullivan's. Yeah, he's on there.
Dave Smith.
Aaron Berg from In Hot Water on the Kumia Network. Dave Smith, the only skank from Legion of Skanks to be
Which
included on the list.
can I say something?
The Jewish libertarian.
Out of everybody in the Legion of Skanks, Dave Smith is the one you put on the list?
It's great. Mark Random.
All right.
Terry McNeely, our boy. Terry McNeely. I knew he'd be on that list.
Let's see. We're here. Go down here.
Let's see.
Terry McNeil.
Corinne Fisher.
Yes.
Anthony Cumia is on the list.
Which makes sense.
I don't know any of these.
And then at the bottom, he writes, all racist in the comedy community. So if you're on this list, there is a way to get off of it. All you have to do, it's going to be hard for me because he blocked me, but all you have to do is reach out to comedy legend Neruda Williams. That's all you got to do. Reach out to him. And here's what he says. Neruda Williams says, so far, 4 people have made it off the racist list by contacting me, acknowledging their behavior, apologizing, and taking action to not be racist. This is the goal. I have no malicious intent. I want change, and I want it now. If you had no malicious intent, you anime black guy, you know what you would do? You'd contact these people privately, right? I don't believe in it with this virtue signaling bullshit, but isn't that what you would do? You wouldn't publicly out them. You wouldn't. So I figured that if we are going to if we are going to talk about this list, right, we should see what kind of comedy he does.
Before we get into that,
Sure.
this is a crime, right? Isn't this extortion?
Well, not. I don't know if it's a crime. I guess you're allowed to say whatever you want. In his opinion, they're racist, right?
But what I want to know, that taking action, what is that part? Is that making a donation? Because I'm telling you right now, is if he's doing this to force people to donate to a thing, it's legally extortion.
Right.
It's now extortion. But it is extortion. It's extortion, period. You can't, I can make a list of saying these are people I think are fucking sexual predators. Mm-hmm. Here's a list of them. And you need to write and apologize and grovel to me, or I won't take you off the list. That's extortion.
Sort of. But being a sexual predator is a crime. Being racist isn't illegal.
I get it, but he's still trying to do harm.
Oh, I agree with
your
you.
Public image and your business.
I'm just talking about legality. I'm not talking about whether what he's doing is right or wrong.
And also, I want to point out how arbitrary and retarded this fucking list is. Do you know how I ended up number 1 on this list? I saw this list. This list was getting shared around. I went over to the guy's list because it was a public post. And I basically said, so you just fucking made a list. I'm like, first of all, you're not a funny guy if you're going around making lists. I'm like, historically speaking, funny guys don't make lists. They just don't. I'm like, so if these people bow and grovel to you, they can get off your fucking stupid list. I was like, this whole thing's retarded. I'm like, you're fucking, I called him an open mic lifer. And I went off on the dude. Never once said a racist thing. I said nothing remotely racist. And granted, I'm, probably do a little Googling. You could probably, that's not the point. The point is, he added me to this list so quickly after I criticized him that it just shows you, it might as well just be a list of comics he doesn't like.
Do you know how I got on the list? Mike told me about the list, and I wrote. I went to.
over
I
and
found
started
him.
talking shit too.
All I wrote was, "Is this the sign-up sheet?" That's all I said.
So this guy's full of shit.
That's all I said.
This guy's full of shit.
So I figured what we should do is, since this guy is a big shot, big tough guy, we would watch him. He has 23 subscribers on YouTube.
Big subs.
No. He's also an actor. So why don't we watch some of his?
Sure.
Some of his. This is Acting Reel 1. So let's see.
Let's do it.
If you want to know who he is in these videos, he's the black guy. Royalty-free Fruity Loops.
Statistics suggest that Warren Sapp
This
is a
isn't
former
him.
athlete.
He is a former athlete. J.A. Rowling, show us your wizardry.
I can't hear.
This is him. This is the gentleman we're talking about.
I can't hear you, Tony. I'm on my Bluetooth with Moby. He's picking me up a Jamba Juice. Kiwi, acai, granite.
Oh,
No, flower sign.
oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. And it's not even like, because it's low budget shit, because, I mean, a lot of people make bad low budget shit,
course.
but there's a little element of good to it. This is just bad. Oh, no. Oh, you wanted to be a star, didn't you, Neruda? You wanted to be a Renaissance man, actor, comedian. Fucking, yeah. I bet you probably tried rapping at one point. I bet you tried to rap at one point, and he probably sucked.
Granite is good for the colon.
Probably shouldn't eat rocks.
Yeah, remember when we stole Freddie's shoes?
Oh my God, those ridiculous canvas shoes.
He was like, oh, these are European handmade shoes with a special fabric.
That sounds pretty pretentious.
Yeah, you have no idea. Same stupid shoes every day, all grimy and beat up.
I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah, so he walked home barefoot in the middle of winter, almost died of hypothermia.
Wait.
So if you're doing like a reel, wouldn't you want to showcase yourself?
Stole a kid's shoes in the middle of the winter, and he almost died of hypothermia?
Yeah, he was touch and go for a second, but he pulled through. He's a real trooper.
Yeah, and we made him a get well card, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Calvin pissed on it.
Oh yeah, I pissed all over that thing. I was all like, oh yeah, get well soon, buddy.
Those are some good times.
That's one of the worst things I've ever heard.
Ah, come on, we were kids.
Yeah, for real. Freshman year, boys!
What is the point of this? Where's the funny?
Not a thing felony, but chinchilla people, so I've been showing. with my chinchilla peoples. Where's that weed at?
Is that him rapping?
Oh no,
That might be him rapping. Hold on, let me check the beginning.
Oh no. Oh no.
Because I think there was a link to the song.
Was I right? Was I right?
No, original music by Nicholas Charles to somebody else. Somebody else.
Good. I was like, no.
Inshowing with my chinchilla peoples. Where's that weed at?
But they just don't understand spoken language.
Usually when my cat comes in and licks my bunghole while I'm making love, it's highly uncomfortable, especially since I just met the person off of Craigslist.
This guy's a whiter black guy than Wayne Brady, and he's fucking gonna get out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
But now, with pet binders, Bootsy kittens can't even find the door.
Yeah, this is another guy, and this is just a symptom of like he's not even the fucking disease. He's a symptom of the disease. The disease is that there really are no genuinely woke people. There's very few, and a lot of these people are using the whole, equality, social justice because they're not funny. They can't get. It's basically a cheat code for your career now. You can easily go and gain capital in your career by being woke and saying woke things, and you go viral saying woke things. There's very few genuine guys like this. I've always brought this one guy up when I talk about this kind of shit. There's one guy I can think of who's legitimately woke guy, Ted Alexandro. Ted Alexandro is a comedian from New York who is I've never found very funny, and he's always been ultra woke to the point where it makes you sick. However, to his credit, because I still hate Ted Alexandro, but even back then I hated him. I've grown to respect Ted Alexandro because everybody's kind of copying. Like, if anybody's going to get famous simply on being woke, it should be him because he put the time in. Like, he actually put in the time. He was at Occupy and all that shit. He's been whining about police brutality and equality and women's rights for his entire career, right? I always think of a guy like Ted Alexandro. How does he feel knowing that his entire thing has been appropriated now, and now everybody's like, "Yeah, racist comics, dude. Hey, I'm just here to talk about, take a moment to talk about equality and the way we're treating women at these shows. Comedy's more than just like a boys' club." Like, he was the original guy, so I don't hate him as much. These new people are coming out of the woodworks because now this used to actually hurt Ted Alexandro's career. I know people that wanted nothing to do with him because they're like, I don't want to hire a host for my comedy show, and he's going to introduce the headliner, and he's like, "Hey guys, before we bring up the headliner, I know we've had a lot of fun here tonight, but I'd like to take a moment to talk about the Amadou Diallo case. The police recently shot 42 bullets into a man," and blah, blah, and everybody gets all bummed. And he's like, "All right, you ready for your headliner?" So people stopped hiring him. But like, these people now are getting the benefits of that wokeness. It's bullshit.
What I think, and I agree with that, and what I think also, what you're seeing a lot now here with people like this guy, and it's happening all over the place, they aren't good at what you're supposed to be. Like, if you're a comic, you should be funny, right? Like, that's what you're a funny person. You go on stage, you make people laugh. This guy has been doing comedy for 10 years, I think, and he has 20 subscribers. And look, I'm not trying to shit on small subscribers or whatever, but the audacity of this guy, who's a literal nobody, putting bigger people on the list. This is just a way to it's not going to work, by the way, but we see it happen all the time. This is just removing competition. This is just a way to get your name. Look, it's working. We're talking about him, I guess. We're making fun of him, but we're talking about him. But it's just a way to go, look, I can't be a comic, but if I'm woke, and I'm like Ryan Longley says, telling truth to power, man, talking about the craft. If I do that, more people are going to come to my show out of solidarity. Not because I'm funny, not because I'm interesting, not because of anything like that, but because of this.
And he runs the Harlem Comedy Festival, which is, again, this is another thing that guys that aren't funny end up doing is they get their claws into booking. And when you get a spot, when you run a room or when you run a festival, then you can basically leverage spots in that festival for other gigs at other places. See, these guys have to become the bookers. They have to actually become something they hate to just get any kind of success in this world. But the whole woke thing, it's just they're cashing in. It's it literally is a way to become popular now. It's gross, dude. These guys, and Royce brought up a good point. Look, it's one thing to be like, "Oh, I have more subs than you," but it's a valid metric to go, "Hey, you've been doing this for 10 years and still nobody knows who the fuck you are." Do you know how many people from New York comedy I've been talking about this guy all weekend and going, I don't, like the Thanos. I don't even know who you are.
I've heard a lot of people saying they don't know who he is.
Like literally, he should be that meme. Here's a list of racist comedians I have a problem with. I don't even know who you are.
Well, why don't we check his stand-up up? Because maybe he's not a good actor. Maybe he's a good stand-up.
No poor option. My race is.
Sorry, let me see if I can find one that wasn't filmed off of a fucking BlackBerry. Sorry, African American Berry. I don't want to get in trouble. Here you go.
He is the founder of Harlem Comedy Festival. So everybody, please give a big hand.
So that's what he is, founder of Harlem Comedy Festival.
Neruda Williams.
Didn't that guy used to be Cousin Joe's old co-host?
Hey. Yeah. What up? So, yeah, I started the Harlem Comedy Festival for black people.
Couldn't a black person start it?
Wait. So it's only for black people?
That's correct. The Harlem Comedy Festival.
Pretty fucking racist, dude.
Very racist.
It's pretty fucking racist. You know, I used to book rooms. I booked a couple little rooms in North Carolina and stuff when, little showcases and stuff. You know, Royce, I never made it for any specific group of people except funny people. But anybody could get on my shows.
Whoa.
You sound kind of racist, sir.
Very racist.
Whereas I would just go, hey, is he funny? Yeah,
Get
tell him
him
to
on.
come out, man. Yeah, we'll have him on. That's weird.
I did. It's only black people, but I did read that Rich Voss is allowed to perform at it.
Well,
It's weird.
yeah.
I started the Harlem Comedy Festival for black people. And so this is weird. It's gonna be
Why is he so shy? Why is he so bashful?
He seems a little.
He's a little
too.
bashful.
He seems a little.
He's so bashful.
Very.
Oh my god! I started the heart. Guys, don't look at me.
How do I say this?
Ah.
He seems very fabulous.
He does.
Seems very fabulous.
He really
Riz.
does.
Yeah.
He really does.
Very fabulous. By the way, Jared in the chat said Mersh is blacker than him. I don't think anyone in here would dispute that. I don't think anyone in here would dispute
I
that.
started it. He should be doing. A Netflix show with Ellie Kemper.
weird thing. So he booked me for this, and I usually do shows, and like he said, most people do stand up. And so at first I'm thinking, is this stand up, or do I have to do the same weird shit that these people usually do? And then I was told, yeah, I gotta do that. So I'm gonna do that. The only thing is that like I'm not really prepared.
Or funny.
And this is why. This is why. Let me just say, I know you guys are like, because you're black. No.
Whoa! Hold on.
Here it is with that fucking hack racial
Is he
shit.
implying black people are lazy? Is that what he's implying?
Maybe. I don't even care. This is the problem with this is my problem with this fucking guy and everyone like him. The racial hacks. Every fucking joke they're gonna do is based on, whoa, what's it? No need to adjust your screen. It's really a black guy. Whoa, I'm so exotic, right? But then they want to eliminate racism and create equality. Buddy, if we lived in a colorblind world, you'd have no fucking act. You'd have nothing. He wants everyone to be colorblind, but then if we're all colorblind, then this guy's hack jokes don't work. This guy's entire identity in comedy is based on, whoa, black guy, but it's like, okay, let's say we remove how special that makes you, right? Let's say we remove how exotic that makes you. Then what do you got, right? Then you're just a guy. So it's the same thing with, and gay people have done this. Gay people have already jumped the shark. They've done the same thing where they wanted to always be. Remember Queer Eye for the Straight Guy?
Of course, my DVR.
Gays always liked having this niche part of the world where it's like, we do fashion, we're the cool one, right? We're the cool one. Remember when gays were the cool ones? They could say the sassy things, and you'd go to your gay friend for advice on how to dress. Gay guys had a very nice little niche for themselves, but they kept pushing it, and they kept pushing it, and they wanted to be treated like, they wanted to be mainstream. Now they're mainstream, and now a lot of gay people I know are struggling with this new identity where they're like, oh shit, I can't lean on my gayness Nobody cares any. Remember, like you could be like, oh, and you'd be like, oh, it's your gay friend. Oh, this is my gay friend. It was exotic, and now it's not exotic anymore. Now you're just a gay guy. Everybody's like, nobody cares.
Yeah, now
Fine.
straight guys like brunch.
You're mainstream.
So you're fucked.
Nobody cares now. It's the same thing with these guys. They want to be fucking. They want to be black, yo, but they also don't want to be treated any differently. But they want to keep all the cool different. Like basically, I want to get rid of all the stereotypes that are bad, and I don't want you to treat me negatively in a different light. But I still want all the positive differences. I want to be able. You don't get that, dude. It's not allowed. We're either all going to be colorblind, and you don't have an act anymore, or we keep things the way they are, and everybody has like kind of identities and cliques and tribes that they like to, gravitate towards. And then you get on a stage and you go, whoa, black guy, whoa, dude. Fucking hate people like this, man. They want their cake and they want to eat it too, and I fucking hate it.
You know what I dislike more than him? The 4 people that apologize to him. The 4 people that apologize to this fucking nobody. Why would you apologize to this guy? Who gives a fuck what this guy thinks of you?
And actually, if you'd like, I got to look it up real quick, but I have those names.
Might you have the names of the people that apologize to this gentleman? I do. Okay, so these are...
So if he's going to shame whoever the fuck, blah, 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 these are the 4 people who need to be shamed more than anybody involved in this situation. Even more than him. Even more than him. There's 4 people on the list. Joe Flynn is not one of the guys, but he said on this thread, just a suggestion, maybe name the people you've removed. Sounds like they've earned having their names cleared. So these are the 4 that went and groveled to this fucking nobody. To this fucking nobody and went and groveled.
These are comics, I believe.
4 people. Matt McLowry, who I've never heard of. Jeff Lawrence, who I have heard of. Mark Hefgott. And Makala Lee. Matt McLowry, Jeff Lawrence, Mark Hefgott, and Makala Lee are the 4 names that went and said, I'm sorry, please don't put me on your list. Those people deserve scorn more than anyone else involved in this situation, except maybe Terry McNeely for pandering so much to QAnon boomers. But the other 4 are the top.
Racist. No, I'm just kidding. Not really. Whatever. No, the reason why I'm not...
you're funny, too, when you have to end your punchlines with just kidding.
Because it's Black History Month, and I have lived a real black-ass life.
No, you haven't. That's a lie. Nobody that dresses like you lived a really black life.
No. Those guys we saw in the video in the first half of the show, they're allowed to pretty much have whatever gripe they want, because you're like, okay, yeah, you're really black. You know what I'm saying? Like, the guy that was standing over David Dorn going, man, who shot this guy, Cut? Yo, Cut, come on, stay with us, Cut.
Medium Boy from the other video we watched. That was a real black dude.
A real black guy.
Yeah.
And all my stories are violent. And I was like, fuck, I don't really want to. It's Black History Month. Like, I want to give you guys a nice, lovely story about
Listen to this
me.
crowd.
Like,
They were, by the way, no excuses. You were handed a hot crowd by your host.
You heard it.
Because there's videos of me doing stand-up that are still out there on YouTube where you can hear the crowd kind of like, because the host sucked, and then I turned it around. There's other times I had a hot crowd and I blew it. This is having a hot crowd handed to you and blowing it.
getting a writing scholarship to a high school. And then becoming like the star basketball player and getting my family out of the hood, you know? That's what I want to tell you, but I don't really got none of those.
Star Matthew has a good question. How many more jackets are underneath his jackets?
This gentleman has 40 jackets. He looks like he just looted a Marshall's.
One for each acre I'm owed.
Oh, wow, Jesus, a lot. Where does he keep the mule?
So these are your options.
In his mouth. Sorry, guys. Come on, man. It's not.
See, that's why we do a show together, guys. Just so you know, this is why we do it.
I'm just trying to get that top spot on the most homophobic comedians list, too.
Good fucking luck.
Oh, fuck.
The story of how I bought my first gun.
The story about your father's first gun. Way to break stereotypes, my friend.
Right, you got one for that. Predictable. Or, I'm just kidding. Or the story of how I broke my arm.
Go
Crackers! No, it's funny. If this is a room full of black people, I'd have been like, niggas.
So what is this guy? Let's say tomorrow. Let's say fucking we go. Racism, right? We make, and I mean literally make people colorblind. They cannot distinguish black, white, Mexican, Asian, none of it. We can't even, we lose the part of our brain that is able to identify these people. Racism's gone tomorrow. What is this guy going to do any jokes about? Like, what is he going to try to be funny about? This is all he has.
Of course.
Black guy, yo, black guy. Okay, but what if you're not...
Black jokes are all I had, Karen.
I know I'm kind of like fixated on that part of it, but am I wrong for being annoyed by that? Like,
no,
it's the basis of your entire identity, and then you also want to erase that. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. Like, if I said, hey, I want to get rid of all Irish stereotypes, right?
Good luck.
But let's, like, now what? I can't make wife-beating cop jokes, and I can't make small dick jokes, and I can't make alcoholic jokes, and I can't, like, you're taking away from things. Whatever, man.
I'm here to pick the same thing. I'm here to pick the same thing. I bought my first gun around, it must have been like 15.
I was like 13. I was kidding. I was joking.
He said 15.
I was joking.
And what this is.
Now I have a question. Is it hard to hold a gun with a limp wrist?
Bang.
Just dangling.
Bang.
Dangling.
Bang.
Zap.
Was it a laser gun?
This was interesting, actually, to me, because I just bought a 3D printer, right? And
you're not from the hood if you own a 3D printer.
Well, he's 3D printing guns.
Oh, okay.
Then all of a sudden, like, I have all these friends who are all like liberal cucktards, and they're
what?
He has friends that are liberal cucktards.
Yeah, not you though.
Not you. Are they going around making lists? Is that another list you have there, Chris Jericho?
They're like, those are dangerous, and people can print their own guns. And I was like, I'll be afraid of people printing their own guns when I don't have friends who have to go to Kinko's to print their own resume. Like, let's relax, So
this is bad, man.
It's rough. This is rough. This is the guy that put us on a list. Look, I'm going to stop playing. I don't want to torture you guys with more of this.
Yeah.
As
And I'll say
see,
this. I
he
know
sucks.
there are some people that are from that school of thought, why even give him any leeway? But I've always been in the frame of mind that giving these people elevating these people on our platform and letting people see them, it doesn't help them. It doesn't, because they're not funny.